Morning, everyone. Welcome to the Transportation Committee. Today is December 10th, and I'm Councilwoman Heather Hutt, Chair of the committee, and I'm joined today by Council Members Hernandez and Park. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Councilmember Hutt.
Here.
Councilmember Park.
Present, finally.
Councilmember Hernandez.
Present.
Councilmember Padilla is not here, and Councilmember Nazarian are not here. We have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam City Clerk. Members, today we have 10 items on the agenda. Before we get to the items, Madam CLA, please read any amendments we have into the record.
Certainly, Madam Chair. We have one amendment at this time for item 8, Council File 25-0600-S127. And the amendment reads as follows. Instruct the Los Angeles Department of Transportation to convene with the Los Angeles Unified School District to explore negotiating a cost-sharing agreement to partially fund the city's crossing guard program and to report back with findings and key considerations.
Thank you. Now that we've read the amendments, let's begin taking public comment. Madam City Clerk, please provide the public comment instruction.
Yes, Madam Chair. Members of the public wishing to speak on only one item shall be given an opportunity to speak on that item for up to 1 minute. Members of the public speaking on more than one agenda item shall be allowed to speak for up to 1 minute per item, up to a total of 2 minutes per meeting. Members of the public shall have the opportunity to address the committee on non-agenda items within the subject matter jurisdiction of the committee referred to as general public comment. Each speaker shall be allowed 1 minute general public comment per meeting.
Thank you. Hakeem, will you conduct public comment, please?
Sure, thank you. We've got a number of folks on the docket, so when you hear your name, please come over to the left side of the room for the podium. Let me know your name and your items you wish to speak on. I'll let you know your time. Andrew Grabner, Moises Max, Patricia McAllister, and Spin My Caucus Niggas.
All items in general public comment.
Okay, 2 minutes.
So we have item 3, which is opportunities to increase revenue in the Department of Transportation. I know a way to increase revenue in the Department of Transportation. Take the money from the LAPD and put that in the Department of Transportation so that we can put some money towards things that actually help keep people safe and actually provide vital city services and basic city services like maintaining the roads and things like that, instead of putting all this money into the violence of the LAPD. So we have item 4, which is related to active transportation. Let's go to item 6 is what I was going to speak on. That's related to open and slow streets. So I think the open streets program is good and there should be more of it.
Okay.
I think that's referring to things like cyclovia, things like that. We have item 8, which is related to the crossing guard program. It's good that that's being fully allocated money towards. I do think I am a little concerned that it does mention the possibility of cops doing traffic crossing guard stuff. I don't think that's a good idea. I think it should be civilians and people that are not going to potentially introduce harm into schools and people that kids can trust to help them cross the street and get to school. So we have item 10, which is related to the Olympic transportation plan. We all know what the plan is. Massive traffic, rich people riding in limos to the games, streets getting clogged up, no one can get where they're going to go, no buses are running on time, no trains are running on time. We already saw those demonstrations and all the dress rehearsals we've already seen regarding big events.
All right, thank you. If you hear your name, please line up on the left side of the room. Robinson 42, Brock Hardaway, Spin My Caucus Niggas. All right, your name and the items you wish to speak on.
Yo quiero hablar a todos las preguntas, por favor, empezando con los 2 minutos y el otro de uno son tres mendigo negro.
3 minutes.
I want to talk about all the points. That will be the first 2 minutes and then the last 1 minute, niggers.
3 minutes. Go ahead.
Gracias. Aquí diga, por favor, quieren Cruising Guards Program para el futuro.
Here it says, please, they want crossing guards for the future.
Pero no es bueno porque no hay gente que ayudar para interpretar cómo lo cruzan las calles.
But that it's not good because there isn't people to help interpret how to cross the streets.
Now in my Donald J. Trump voice, item 3, item 4, and item 6. Why are we supporting transportation when we know, as on the record, Mr. Wayne Spinner pointed out, why isn't the people mover moving people? Is that the reason why Tracy Beach Park was late? The meeting was supposed to start at 8:30, Tracy, but you got here after 9. So maybe you should try public transportation for once, and you'll get here on time. But I know electric vehicles are important for white people, so you forgot to charge your car, and Santa couldn't fit down the chimney, Miss Hutt and Miss Hernandez, but it's fine. I get it. I'm on number 2.
Stay on topic, please.
Yes, please. Regarding DOT revenue, fuck increased revenues, and fuck DOT and the Department of Transportation. Item number 4, Transportation Authority for Metro. Fuck Metro and fuck LA County Board of Supervisors. Done a horrible job with the people mover and with that stupid Gunolaga. Now into my non-agenda public comment, everybody. Donald J. Trump is the only American in the history to support my ideas or ideologies that we need to keep all the illegal immigrants behind the border. And they need to come into this country, not by train,
Please
not by
stay on topic.
It has to do with transportation. They're walking across the border. I want them to come in on planes, trains, and cars.
We don't govern that.
The hell
Stay on
we don't.
topic.
It is on topic. It has to do with transportation.
It does not.
You know what?
And-
Just a minute.
Yes, it's about
Many
transportation.
times you make good sense.
You're not holding my time.
Hold his time, please.
Thank you.
I need you to be reasonable for the end of the year. I would really appreciate it. Let's come back to the mic and make your points on topic. Thank you.
So like I said, Nazarian, Beach Park, fuck Kitty Ridge, meow, meow. Fuck Kitty Ridge Street, Hamlin Street. You know, I used to love Hamlin. I used to play in a Hamlin role. Used to grab my nuts and put them on the Christmas tree.
You are
Now,
not on topic.
I don't do that because I'm just tired of the rhetoric on item number 6. Fuck the county and fuck Metropolitan. Thank you.
Thank you. Your name and the items you wish to speak on.
Hi, Brock Hardaway, item number 9.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Brock Hardaway, and I'm the CEO of the parent company that owns and operates PRN Ambulance, the largest ambulance operator in LA. I'm here today to voice my strong support of item number 9, the ambulance rate increase and methodology change in front of you today. Without the ambulance ordinance and economic support it provides by requiring multi-billion-dollar health insurance to pay reasonable rates, we simply would not be able to survive in LA. And without the rate increase in front of you today, we would not be able to keep up with the massive cost increases and, more importantly, not be able to give our hardworking EMTs and paramedics a wage increase. We have not been able to give our employees and union members an increase since late 2022. They deserve it, and I urge you today to approve this. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Corey Martin, Ella, Josh Parker, Lisa Gritzner, Max. All right, your name and the item you wish to speak on.
Corey Martin, general public comments on item number 9.
2 minutes.
Morning, members of the LA DOT Commission and staff. My name is Corey Martin. I serve as the Chief Officer of Medic One Ambulance, a family-owned provider of ground ambulance services throughout Los Angeles County since 2001. Thank you for allowing me to offer public comment. I strongly support LADOT's commitment to maintaining fixed rates for non-emergency ambulance services in the city of Los Angeles. This established structure has been essential for decades in upholding the highest standards of patient care, operational reliability, and equitable access across our diverse communities. Shifting away from these fixed rates toward a more deregulated and negotiable model would risk the initiation of a race to the bottom, where competitive pressure could compel providers to compromise on critical elements such as staff training, equipment upkeep, and timely response capabilities, ultimately jeopardizing the safety and well-being of the vulnerable communities and patients that we serve. Addressing concerns that hospitals may face higher costs, the proposed rate increase is a phased modestly over a 9-year plan, providing ample time for gradual adjustment without imposing sudden financial burdens. This measured approach ensures neutrality and will have zero impact on the patients or hospitals, as the vast majority of patients in Los Angeles, approximately 80%, are covered by Medicare, Medi-Cal, or Medi-Cal managed services, where reimbursement remains fixed and unaffected by billing rates. Uninsured patients per Assembly Bill 716 from 2024 pay at Medicare and Medi-Cal rates, fully shielding them from any increase. For the small remaining commercial segment on the exchange, patients benefit from fixed copays regardless of the billed amount, and very few hospitals, if any, carry commercial capitated lives that are not governmentally funded. By preserving the fixed rates, LADOT ensures a stable environment that allows providers like MedicOne to balance reimbursement effectively, subsidize lower paying runs while delivering consistent, high quality services to hospitals, skilled nursing facilities, and residents alike.
Thank you. Your name and the item you wish to speak on?
Josh Parker, item 9 in general comment.
Thank you. 2 minutes.
Good morning. My name is Josh Parker. I'm the treasurer of the Southern California Ambulance Association that represents the private ambulance providers operating throughout the city of LA. Our members provide critical medical transportation services that connect hospitals, other healthcare facilities, and the community, ensuring timely, appropriate care and supporting the readiness of the city's broader EMS system. We are here today in strong support of the LADOT's current proposal as written. For many years, private ambulance rates in Los Angeles have remained frozen, while the cost of labor, insurance, equipment, and compliance have increased. The rates simply have not kept pace with the cost of delivering safe, reliable medical transportation. This proposal creates a fair, predictable adjustment process that keeps rates aligned with actual operating costs and ends the long delays that have historically blocked needed updates. It is a practical solution that strengthens system stability, workforce retention, and service reliability across the city. According to the UC Berkeley Labor Center, roughly 41% of Los Angeles insured population is enrolled in Medi-Cal, which reimburses ambulance providers just over $100 per transport, plus a few dollars per mile. Given these extremely low reimbursement levels, fair and timely city-approved rates are essential for providers to sustain operations, maintain equipment, and retain qualified personnel who support the city's hospitals and emergency response needs every day. For these reasons, we respectfully ask this committee to reapprove and advance the proposal to the full City Council. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you. Your name and the items you wish to speak on, and then after this speaker, I have Ella, Lisa Gritzner, Max Moises. Go ahead.
Good morning. My
Your
name
name
is
and
Max Gorn, and I am the CEO of Lifeline Ambulance. I wanted to speak to you not as the CEO, but as a resident of Los Angeles and how this ordinance affects the residents. In March of 2019, I broke my ankle playing basketball, got transported with the fire department to the local emergency room. The insurance company paid 60% of the ambulance bill, and I was asked for the 40%. I appealed the claim with the LA City ordinance, and the insurance company paid in full. On July 7, 2023, I had a cardiac event as I was driving up Wilshire. And if you're driving on San Vicente, part of it is Beverly Hills, part of it is LA. As I was driving up San Vicente, I went to the very first urgent care that I could. I was given excellent care. I was transported straight to the emergency room. The difference is 1 month after the cardiac event, a heart attack, I got out of the hospital. The insurance company refused to pay, they paid 50% of the ambulance bill. I went to take the LA City ordinance and appeal the underpayment as well as AB 716. The insurance company refused because I was not in an LA city and I did not have the LA city ordinance to protect me. So I come to you saying, here's the difference as a resident of Los Angeles when I was in LA and the LA city ordinance protected me, and when I wasn't in the LA city when I got injured. I had to then pay, I had an option, pay $1,300 or go to collections. So I hope that resonates and want to share that with you all. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next.
Good morning, Lisa Gritzner here on general public comment and item number 9.
2 minutes.
I'm Lisa Gritzner. I'm here on behalf of Kaiser Permanente and the also speaking on behalf of the Hospital Association of Southern California. First of all, we would like to voice our support for the Lee Rodriguez motion to change only one small part of this plan, which is to allow for the negotiated rates as occurs in every other county in California. This idea of a race to the bottom is a very unfair characterization of how the business works. Los Angeles City is one of the only cities in California that doesn't allow for rate negotiations for a whole host of reasons. And if you are to listen to what we have been presented regarding this negotiated platform, it would imply that the entire rest of California's ambulance, non-emergency ambulance system is failing. And I think that is not the case. And in fact, one of the concerns that we have about this fixed rate is the impact that the upcoming HR 1 is going to have on the population of Los Angeles. The Hospital Association estimates that approximately 40% of Angelinos will no longer be covered by Medicare. That is because of the rearrangement of Medicare eligibility and the removal of undocumented individuals from the Medicare rolls. So we are about to face a healthcare crisis of epic proportions. For Kaiser Permanente, this fixed rate equals $25 million per year in increased costs. 65% of LA City employees are Kaiser Permanente patients, and we are very concerned. The CAO and DOT say no impacts to the general fund, but I question if that is really to be the case. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Last call for public comment. Yoshio Nakamura, Anahai Gonzalez, Catherine Vieira Houston, Ella. Your name and the items you wish to speak on.
Good morning. Item 8. My name is Catherine Vieira Houston. I'm the Political and Legislative Coordinator for the United Steelworkers District 12 and a member of Local 12911. I'm here this morning to speak in support of item 8, the 2024-2025 private ambulance service rate adjustment. Let me begin by thanking you, Chair Hutt, and the council members for your leadership and commitment to fighting for good union jobs with family sustainable wages. As you are aware, insurance company and healthcare CEOs are trying to get the LA private ambulance ordinance rescinded. This committee already passed this service rate adjustment, but insurance companies do not want to accept that decision. They continually seek to wear us down, hoping we will give up, but we can't because this is too important to local workers, their families, and our fellow community members. This ordinance was created 30 years ago to ensure everyone has equal access to safe, reliable service, regardless of their socioeconomic status. And it has been a resounding success.
Thank you.
We thank you for that, and we ask for your aye vote. Thank you.
Next up.
Good morning. Pardon, my name is Norman Rogers. I'm with USW, speaking on behalf of the EMS members. They couldn't be here today. LA created the private ambulance ordinance 30 years ago to ensure that everyone, regardless of economic status, regardless of race, regardless of religion, that everyone had access to safe, reliable service. And now this 30-year-old public service is at risk of deregulation by essentially greedy insurance companies. I urge that you please vote yes on the 2024-2025 private ambulance service rate adjustment and no for a sloppy, self-serving, last-minute money grab. Please show that the city of Los Angeles looks after its own
as opposed to insurance companies and hospital executives only looking out for themselves. And this is a great opportunity for us to show the rest of the world how it can be done when the Olympics get here. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't see anyone else in line, but I have a few remaining names: Patricia McAllister, Moises Baltazar, and Ella. Anai Gonzalez, Yoshio Nakamura. Last call. All right, that resolves public comment.
Thank you so much. Now that we've concluded public comment section, I'd like to move on to our agenda. I'd like to take up non-controversial items. Those would be items 1 through 6. Madam Clerk, please read the items.
Yes, Madam Chair. Item number 1 is a CAO report relative to executing a First Amendment to Contract C142704 with Bid Motors LLC to complete the installation of 810 AC bus chargers. Item number 2 is a budget recommendation relative to parking fines and fees options for non-electrical vehicles parked in bays designated for electrical vehicle charging. Item number 3 is a budget recommendation relative to revenue-generating programs that are managed by the Department of Transportation and any opportunities to increase revenue. Item number 4 is a DOT and Bureaus of Engineering and Contract Administration joint report relative to awarded funding from the Los Angeles County Metropolitan Transportation Authority from Cycle 2 of the Metro Active Transport, Transit, and First Last Mile program. This item is also referred to the Personnel and Hiring and Budget and Finance Committees. Item number 5 is the DOT report relative to executing an agreement with the Los Angeles Clean Tech Incubator for the South LA Eco Lab. And item number 6 is a DOT report relative to applications for the acceptance of funding from the Los Angeles County Metropolitan Transportation Authority Open and Slow Streets program for cycles 6 and 7.
Thank you. Does any member want to discuss items 1 through 6? None? Seeing none? Okay, great. So on item 1, I recommend we approve the CAO's recommendations. On items 2 and 3, I recommend we hold these items and instruct DOT to report back to our committee on January 28th. On item 4, I recommend we approve the DOT Public Works Joint Report recommendations. On item 5, I recommend we approve the DOT's recommendations. And on item 6, I recommend we approve the DOT recommendations. Members, on these items, I ask for your aye vote. Madam Clerk, can you please call a roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Councilmember Hutt.
Aye.
Councilmember Park.
Yes.
Councilmember Hernandez.
Yes.
Councilmember Padilla is absent. Councilmember Nazarian.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Now I'd like to take up item 7. Madam Clerk, please read the item.
Item number 7 is a resolution, Nazarian Park, relative to establishing oversized vehicle parking restrictions along certain street segments of Archwood Street, Kittredge Street, Hamlin Street, St. Clair Avenue, and several other streets in Council District 2.
Thank you so much. Does any member wish to discuss item 7? No, ma'am. Councilmember, no? Councilmembers, no? Okay. Then on item 7, I recommend we adopt the motion. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Yes, Councilmember Hutt.
Yes.
Councilmember Park.
Yes.
Councilmember Hernandez.
No.
Councilmember Padilla is absent. Councilmember Nazarian.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Now I'd like to take item 8. Madam Clerk, can you please read this item?
Item number 8 is a DOT report relative to the DOT Crossing Guard Program and future funding options.
Thank you. I'd like to ask DOT to come to the table and give us a brief presentation on item 8.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Chair and council members, joining me at the table is Deputy Chief Richard Ray. I'll provide you a brief overview of the report, and then we're happy to answer any questions you might have. The report before you is a note and file in response to a report back direction that LADOT received as part of the fiscal year 26 budget process. The report outlines state and local laws that guide the Crossing Guard program and a brief history of the program, and outlines options to expand or alter the program in the future, if so directed by council. The crossing guard program is largely guided by the California Manual of Uniform Traffic Control Devices and the Los Angeles Administrative Code. The former indicates the types of crossing guard services that are allowed and which governmental entities are allowed to operate such programs. The latter authorizes LADOT to administer the crossing guard program. In addition, MOU 34 stipulates employment terms for crossing guards, including prohibiting the city from providing a service at no cost that would otherwise be carried out by a city employee. By way of history, the first city employee crossing guard program was first established in 1951 and was administered by the Los Angeles Police Department. In 1985, it was determined that the program would be administered at a lower cost through contractual services and was operated as such until 1988. In fiscal year 1989 budget, reestablished the crossing guard program as a city-funded effort and assigned LADOT to administer the program. Since 1995, the crossing guard program has suffered from being oversubscribed, where the demand has far outmatched the funding or staffing capacity. While the city cannot administer its own volunteer program, in 1998, council directed LAPD to work with LAUSD and the city's volunteer bureau to expand its volunteer program at locations that did not qualify for LADOT crossing guards. Under the Safe Crossings program, volunteer guards could be located where LADOT crossing guards were not warranted. In 1999, the program launched with 140 volunteers deployed to 12 schools. Staff could not identify any information beyond that 1999 period. In the 2025-26 school year, LADOT deployed 427 crossing guards serving 297 schools at 383 staffed locations. We approach our school safety in a comprehensive manner, recognizing that crossing guards are just one element of school safety. The department oversees the school speed hump program, the school speed limit program, and more recently has launched a pilot no right on red effort near schools. In addition to managing the department's crossing guard program and the school safety program, the department also employs over 500 parking enforcement and traffic control officers. The department does not currently deploy traffic officers to school locations, as it is neither an emergency or a special event, and current staffing levels limit LADOT's ability to support additional events throughout the city. However, as described in Budget Memo 109 during the fiscal year 26 budget process, deploying traffic officers for a limited portion of their daily shift to manage major intersections near special schools could be considered. Whereas crossing guards halt traffic once an adequate gap in traffic has been identified, traffic officers have full authority to direct traffic, including vehicles, bicycles, and pedestrians in all directions. With adequate staffing, traffic control shifts could be adjusted to account for school bell schedules, but it is estimated that providing this support in the AM and PM shifts would occupy approximately 33% of an officer's 8-hour shift. With the loss of over 100 vacant traffic officer positions over the last 2 budget cycles, the department is not in a position to have the staffing resources to provide this service. However, with positions restored, this could be considered in the future. Happy to address any questions you might have.
Thank you so much for giving us that report. I have a few questions, members. If you have questions, I'll ask mine and then pass it on. Has the department identified the policy issues and costs associated with expanding the use of traffic officers to supplement crossing guard services?
Sure. What we estimate is that by reallocating the just over 100 officer positions that have been lost over the last 2 budget cycles, that cost is approximately $9.5 million.
100 officers?
100 officers.
Okay. And in the past, were any other sources of funding used for crossing guard program? Are there sources like special funds that could potentially be used in future budget years?
Traffic safety funds are allocated to the program. But out of the $13.3 million that are allocated for the crossing guard program, the traffic safety funds account for $1.3 million. The balance are general fund dollars.
Thank you. Members, do you have any questions? Please, Councilmember Park.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you for being here. Do we have a list of schools yet that are at risk of losing their crossing guards after the holidays?
We do have a preliminary list. We do plan on meeting with the council offices to share what those locations are. Where we are now with the program is we've identified all of the locations, the intersections, and after meeting with the Teamsters who indicated they would like to participate in the process and ground truth the data a bit, we might need to delay redeploying the crossing guards until the following school year. And so staff will be reaching out to council office to provide those briefings and an update and to share what schools may have guards reassigned to other locations.
Okay, all right, well, good. I'm glad to hear that you'll do that outreach. I was just sort of wondering what the notification process was going to be, and sounds like you may not yet have notified the schools on the list.
Correct.
Okay, all right. Are the schools where they get crossing guards as a result of the new methodology, are those also the schools that are getting the speed humps and other safety treatments?
We're approaching it in kind of a more systematic and tiered approach where we're looking at what the issues are. And so some locations will have speed humps, most locations will have reduced speed limits. And so and others will have crossing guards. In some cases, they might have all the treatments depending on what the data demonstrates. And so we can share that as well when we brief each council office.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll look forward to hearing that because I just want to make sure that we're doing what we can to distribute them evenly.
Absolutely. And I think in cases where we're not able to deploy crossing guards because of staffing levels, we'll want to look at what treatments can be implemented to make those crossings safer.
Great, thank you. That's it. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Other members, any questions? Yes, Councilmember.
Thank you, Chairwoman. I will be brief, but I put in an amendment for us to have a conversation with LAUSD to explore negotiating a cost-sharing agreement. Has that conversation happened yet? I know I'm just putting the amendment in, but I know we've talked about it in the past, but I think it's been focused on volunteers. Have we talked to them about cost sharing?
We have not. With this direction, we're happy to engage LAUSD and have that conversation.
Beautiful, thank you. Yeah, it would be good to see if they would meet us in the middle as their students are walking. And yes, we couldn't put ins, but at this time we need help. So I look forward to hearing what comes from the conversation. Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Mr. Nazarian, no questions from you? Okay, then, Madam Clerk, I would like to adopt the DOT report as amended by Councilmember Hernandez. And are there any objections to that adoption? Seeing none. Then can we call the roll, please?
Yes, Councilmember Hutt.
Yes.
Councilmember Park.
Yes.
Councilmember Hernandez.
Yes.
Councilmember Padilla is absent. Councilmember Nazarian.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Well, let's move on to the next item. Madam Clerk, can you please read item number 9?
Item number 9 is a DOT and CAO reports and amending motion 17A, Lee Rodriguez, relative to establishing the 2024-25 private ambulance service rates in the city of Los Angeles and a new methodology for future rate adjustments. This has been referred to also to the Budget and Finance Committee, which waived consideration.
Thank you. Members, do you have any questions for DOT is already here? Any questions for DOT? No. No questions? Okay, then are there any objections to approving the CAO recommendation as amended by Councilmember Hernandez on August 27th? Amendments as amended by CAO on November 12th. Receive and filing on the DOT report dated October 24th. And holding amending motion 17A in committee and instruct DOT to report back on the 17A amending motion?
No objection.
Seeing none, Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Yes, Councilmember Hutt.
Yes.
Councilmember Park.
Yes.
Councilmember Hernandez.
Yes.
Councilmember Padilla is absent. Councilmember Nazarian.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Then let's go to our last item, item number 10.
Item number,
we-
yes, ma'am.
Can you please read the item?
Item number 10 is the general manager's report from DOT and staff relative to the update on the status of the 2028 Olympic and Paralympic Games Transportation Plan.
Chair, my update today is the details are captured in item 6 of today's meeting, but wanted to really highlight some of the great work that staff has carried out that has led to receiving over $3.6 million for open street events in 2026 and 2028. This was part of the Metro Open Streets Grant Program. The city submitted 11 applications and 9 in total were awarded, including 6 that were submitted by the Department of Transportation, 2 that were submitted by El Pueblo, and 1 as a joint partnership with the city of West Hollywood. I'm really excited that these events are anticipated to start taking place as soon as the upcoming year, partially to support the World Cup events, but also to start building excitement for other events that are coming to the city and for us to learn and be able to retool as we prepare to host the games. Some of the above events will continue to be repeated in future years, and it's really an opportunity for us to encourage our residents, our community members to reimagine their streets as a way of prioritizing pedestrians and bicyclists and in support of us hosting a Transit First 2028 Games. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
Anyone have any questions? Thank you.
And thank you again. When the last transportation construction progress report was discussed, we transferred some zero vision funds to help with the curb ramp installations to get ready for resurfacing of certain street segments related to the Olympics. Do we know where those segments are? Is there like a list of that, or is there a place that you can go to, like where projects related to that are being centrally shared?
Sure. And if you're speaking to any like venue approaches and first last mile work, we do have a list of those projects. We're working closely with the mayor's office of major events in delivering those projects in coordination with the Department of Public Works and other city departments. I'm happy to provide a more detailed update at a future transportation committee meeting.
Okay. Maybe what we could do actually is talk offline with some of the events that, for example, Venice has been selected to host. We have a major World Cup activation that we were selected for, as well as numerous events, competitive events for Olympic and Paralympic Games, where our streets are now themselves competition venues, and we have a lot of challenges. Yes. So anyway, I guess we'll talk about that maybe
Okay,
separately.
sounds good.
All right, thank you. That's it.
Thank you. Members, any other questions?
No, ma'am, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So, Madam Clerk, are there any other business that we should take care of today in committee?
The desk is clear, Madam Chair.
You committee members and members of the public, the meeting is adjourned.